Orlando, 1961, 46 homers, 142 RBIs, a tremendous season for you in 1961. What was that? Did you just see the ball so well? What was going on that year?
Well, you know, when you have a skill to play ball and you play every day and you hit behind Woody Mains, you have to do it. Because if I don't do it, Montague was right behind me. And then you have to do it. So I did it.
Who were the toughest pitchers you had in those days? I mean, 46, 142, and you have a tremendous season. Frank Robinson gets the MVP that year. Probably you should have been the MVP, but who was the toughest for you? What was the toughest thing for you that year?
Well, facing Buck Gibson.
Yep. Okay.
Facing Buckville. Facing they got so many, because in those days they go every 4 days, and we play them 4 times in San Francisco and 4 times in Chicago, and they used to go 9 innings. So we faced so many great pitchers in those days, and I don't have to face Juan Marichal, because we played together. Juan, to me, the best pitcher I ever seen.
All right, Juan Marichal, the best ever. Well, we're joined up here by the CEO of the San Francisco Giants, and that is Larry Baer. Larry, how are you? And welcome to Bobblehead Night.
Well, you know, I got to say that even though it wasn't always pleasant to hear, how many people prefer when we have the big general bobblehead giveaway? How many prefer 40,000 to 20,000? Who do we have to thank for that? A little known fact is that Marty offered to pay for half the difference, but we're still waiting for his check. How many people like hearing Marty on the air?
Yeah. Orlando talks about Gibson or Marichal, Bob Veal. You had Seaver and Carlton and pitchers like that. How in the world could you follow? Did you just guess, or did you actually see it?
You know, you just get focused, and people say, hey, how was Maddox? How was Nolan Ryan? I mean, Nolan, the only thing when Nolan was pitching, and if I had Cliff Johnson catching, it was a disaster, because Nolan had cracked my mask, broke my shin guards. I was working first base in LA in a playoff game, Houston, and I was about 15 feet behind first base. He went to pick a guy off and hit me in the shins without shin guards. So it was like he was certain. But when you were behind the plate, you just focus. And what I tell guys today, and I preach this, you know, and I always had this little mechanism, I called it the reset button, like if you're bowling. After every pitch, you step back, go to the next pitch, like you're catching it. You're catching everything with your eyes. And you're just focused on this. So I really didn't, whatever pitcher was pitching, it didn't matter. I was focused on the strike zone. I tried to concentrate on calling strikes. You know, to me it was a strike until proven a ball. And so I preached that because it keeps you more aggressive. So it didn't matter what pitcher was throwing, it's press that reset button, start over again. If I walked off the field and I wasn't mentally drained, then I didn't do the job, because it was always draining, you know, it was exhausting mentally after you finished a ball game. It's just the concentration.
But you had fun on the field, right? Orlando, Eddie had fun.
I had
right?
fun.
As an umpire, he had fun.
Like I said, you know, every time Eddie worked in the game, it's like giving him a clinic.
Yeah.
He was so good behind the play that Tom Marichal told me that.
He's the longest tenured coach in Giants history. He's been here forever. And but a great baseball man, and now has a new job, of course. He's the guy who gets to call Sean Dunston to find out if there's a replay or not. Right. He's the best since the Roman Coliseum at giving the thumbs up or thumbs down.
Obviously, it's great to be here with 4 Hall of Famers. 4 Hall of Famers up here in their area. I'm excited to see your bobblehead too, Marty. I haven't seen it yet.